What's up, YouTube? Today I want to talk why I love the hobby so much and why I believe this should be the main reason to collecting cards. But before I go into that, let me say one thing. Look, if in the end you end up enjoying this video, feel free to leave a like, means a lot to me and is the best way to support my work. So thank you so much if you are doing that. Like I said, means a lot. Let's go into the disclaimer. Will be a short one, but a very important one. No financial advice. No one can predict the market. Fundamentals are your best friend in the long run. Any card I will show in this video or any video I can eventually be buying or selling. On the description you can find a eBay affiliate link that supports the channel. English, as you can see at this point, is not my main language. Any types of mispronunciations, I'm sorry. So, first of all, and I think it's quite important to put things in perspective, understand risk when it comes to buying cards, investing, speculating in cards. Well, I think most of you guys are aware of this. Not the first time I talk about risk assessment almost. Look, let's say the riskiest thing you can do when it comes to investing is of course gambling your money. I mean, do I need to explain you why? Most of people gambling tend to lose money in the long run, and of course the risk is insanely high. But with that, what you can also understand is what if it's true that I can lose a lot of money gambling, is also true that I actually can win a lot because I risk high reward. So I would say gambling is at the top of the risk assessment, but on the bottom I would put, for example, your savings, your saving account that don't even give you a great return or any type of return at all, but at least your money is safe. And again, if you want to use that money, if you have $10 on your bank account, tomorrow that $10 will be there most likely. So you can see two different things, your savings versus gambling. Of course, the spectrum is actually quite big. You can say, well, mutual funds, special conservative ones. Nowadays everything is crazy, by the way. But in general, historical, you can tell me mutual funds, they can be, again, not saying they are as safe as your savings, but they tend to be quite safe when it comes to investing. And I would agree with you. Same could go, for example, for blue chip stocks. That being said, I believe the blue chip stocks in general tend to be a little bit more risky than conservative mutual funds. But look, there is stocks that they can actually increase 20% in a day that are very risky. Non-blue chip stocks in general, growth stocks. You understand that a blue chip stock versus that type of stock is a completely different scenario. And you can tell me, you know what? Stocks is for old men. I like crypto. I like to buy Bitcoin. Well, of course, Bitcoin losing 20% in one day is not even news anymore. Gaining 20% in a day is not news, to be fair. So understand this. Crypto, of course, is way riskier than mutual funds, blue chip stocks, etc. But I would say cars are even more risky than crypto. And you can tell me, no, no, no. If you are buying what people call shit coins, excuse my language, you can tell me, no, those are super risky because those sometimes in one day they go to zero. Of course, in any market, you need to. I'm looking at a macro perspective right now, but if you assess the crypto market, of course, you can also make this type of logic. Bitcoin is probably the most safest thing you can buy on the crypto market, and let's say a Dogecoin or another super alternative coin that no one knows but is pumping and dumping for a lot of influencers is almost gambling. So even on inside a market like crypto, you can apply this logic. Same with cards, okay? Look, of course, a Mickey Mantle card in a super good grade tends to be way safer than a base card. So, but I'm looking at a macro perspective in general. Cards select collectibles and collectibles. There is collectibles way safer than the others. So this is a complex topic. This is just to put things in perspective. But you guys understand, if you are investing in cards, most likely you are playing high risk, high reward type of investment. And I tend to say this a lot of times, and this is why I believe this video could be so important. No one can predict the market. What I say after that is fundamentals are your best friend in the long run. First of all, we are in a super speculative market. No real intrinsic value. Cars are worth it. What other people think are worth it. That's the reality, what the market thinks, basically. How many times did you saw even high-end cards selling for 200k one month in Goldin and 200k in one month and 100k after a couple of weeks? A lot of times. Let's be real. You can say, yeah, but they tend, some cards they tend to be quite solid. Look at prices for Michael Jordan. Look at prices for Charizard First Edition. Even some Messi rookies. We are talking about cards being down more than 50%. That's not normal in, for example, in mutual funds. I know right now we are living in a crazy world. The stock market at the time I'm recording this video have been completely bananas in general, okay? That's not that normal. Cards are not liquid. This is another thing that people tend to forget about. If you need money really, really fast, you will be better holding stocks or even crypto, for example. Or the best case scenario will be actually having the money. But if you have stocks, crypto, like let's say crypto, you go to Binance, you go to, I don't know, Coinbase, you trade the card for cash, and in 1 days, maybe you get 1 2 days, you get the money in your bank. So you trade crypto for fiat in this case. So it's just basically one click, 2 clicks. Cards completely different. You need to send to Goldin or you need to put on your own eBay. Then PayPal retains your money or the credit card retains your. You guys understand. It's very complicated in general. You can tell, yeah, but I go to a show and I have a lot of people that want my specific card. Yes, but that's not the reality of the market. Most of us, we tend to sell cards at auction houses, especially on eBay. Investing, speculating in cars is still a niche market. This is not another thing that you guys need. How many millionaires do you know that end up getting super rich with cards? I mean, or billionaires, probably zero, okay? But if you look at the other markets, real estate, stocks, there is billionaires on those markets. So we are a super niche market. And sure, we have some blue chip cars, like I said, but 90% of collectors don't have access to those. That's why I don't like when people say, no, you just need to invest in the correct card. If you bought the Palais Lifable PSA 7, guys, that's not the reality of the market. Most of us can't afford a car like that, can't afford a Mickey Mantle, can't afford, I don't know, a PMG Jordan. That's not the reality of the market. I'm thinking, for example, and this is just, again, I want to put in perspective what I believe about a certain car that I love, for example. I'm thinking about buying Editora Aquarela Pelé Rookie, the one you are seeing on the screen. I have zero. In general, I believe this card will increase value with time. So I will say it again. If I had to make a guess, I believe this card will have a great future. I believe soccer in general is still quite undervalued. I believe Pelé may be the best ever. So, in general, I believe in this card. But do I think this is a safe buy? Big no. Even if I'm thinking buying, it's probably the most common Pelé rookie on the market. I have been seeing more and more coming from Brazil. Understanding rarity in soccer, insanely difficult. Understanding demand in soccer, insanely difficult. So scarcity is out of the window. Think about this all the time. Do I think I'm sure this is a great buy? Again, no. But I love the card. I collect legends, and for me, having a Pelé early card, in this case, I would say most people consider still a rookie card for Pelé, and especially such an iconic one, makes a lot of sense for me as a collector, and that's enough. Again, I look at fundamentals of the card. I still believe this card can have a potentially great future. But you can tell me, well, but don't you think if you put your money in a mutual fund, especially right now with the market so down, or let's say on Amazon, for example, a stock with very good fundamentals, that's a safest investment and maybe can even outperform that card? Yes, that's a very likely scenario, by the way. But what's the difference? Well, I will explain to you. This is a hobby. Fun is the end goal. Having fun collecting cards is what makes a big difference for a lot of us. Look, again, let's say I buy a Pelé Aquarela for 2K. Well, I can contact my bank and say, look, put that money in a mutual fund, or buy actually Tesla stock. Tesla, I don't even like that stock, by the way, but buy, for example, Amazon or Google. Well, that's very easy to do actually. But what's the difference? I don't care about Amazon. I don't care about the most shady mutual fund that they can fund me. I don't care about that. But I care about collecting because that's a passion. That's something I love. And right now in soccer, I would say this, and I know some people will probably feel offended by my comments, but I believe we have a lot of people that do not love soccer, don't even love to collect soccer. I strongly believe in this, by the way. But they see soccer as an opportunity. They see soccer like, no, 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 soccer is the biggest sport in the world. There is World Cup next year. And look, if that's the case, look, in the end, you do you. This is a free world. But I think that's a very risky way to assess the market for one reason. If the price, because again, I know I repeat myself on this, but this is so important. People are buying the price and not the value. If the price goes down, they don't care about the value. So they buy the price. They buy for $10. The card, instead of going to $20, goes to $5. That person will panic sell. Me and other collectors and most of you guys watching. Look, I bought a Messi card for $100, for example. If that card tomorrow is $50, I love to collect Messi in general. There is a very, I'm not saying that will be the case all the time, but there is a likely scenario I will probably keep that card and I will basically ride another wave. That's why timing the market beats timing the market. Because timing the market gives you perspective, shows the value in the long run. Collect things you love. I know, so boring to say this type of stuff. Everyone says this type of stuff. But you need to be okay with cards going down. And again, if you love those cards, that's a win-win situation. It's super easy to get caught in trends. FOMO will for sure affect me and you at certain point. People that say, no, I don't get caught by FOMO. Well, that's a lie. Well, in general, I can say I actually don't get caught by FOMO in general. But sometimes I see some people posting a card that I think is so cool. Probably not the best buy ever, but I think, yeah, I actually like that. And I see more people talking about the card. I think, okay, maybe I should buy, or otherwise the price will go up. I'm getting caught into FOMO. Sometimes it makes sense, sometimes does not make sense. We are human, so don't feel bad if you bought a card and end up going down and you realize, you know what, I did a mistake. That's part of the journey. I do mistakes all the time. You probably do mistakes all the time. Do not think I'm saying you have zero control on the value of your collection. No. I believe if you have solid fundamentals when assessing value in cards, there is a good chance you'll do very well in the long run. But I also think some people forget the focus on this hobby should be having fun, because there is better investments than you can make, if you ask me. The difference is I love collecting this type of stuff. I love collecting soccer. The reality is, if you love what you are buying and if you understand the risk, you are in a win-win situation. I'm sharing things that I love to collect right now on the screen. Look, I collect Harry Potter. Why? Well, I end up reading all the books. I was a Harry Potter kiddie, if you want to use that expression. Do I think those cards will go up for sure? No, that's pop culture. I can be totally wrong. That brand can actually decrease its power, and the kids, maybe they care about Fortnite. They don't care about Harry Potter. You can apply the same logic on Pokemon. But I still love that card. I actually remember buying packs for that edition in specific. So for me, there is a connection with that card. If that card goes up, and I believe will be the case, by the way, win-win situation. If the card goes down, I still love the card. Look again, I collect random stuff that I don't even talk a lot. I collect Dragon Ball cards. Not a lot, to be fair, but I collect some Dragon Ball cards, especially from Japan. I collect old TCGs, like, or in this case, CCGs, whatever you want to call it. 30 Superman. I think that set is amazing. I think it's a historic set. I also collect Batman cards. Well, you are seeing on the screen the One Ring, one of the most iconic cards in Middle Earth. TCG, in this case, CCG again. Why? Well, I am a big fan of Lord of the Rings. You are seeing Princess, in this case, right now Queen Elizabeth, but you are seeing Princess Elizabeth rookie card. By the way, this is just one of. There is a lot of rookie cards for Elizabeth. I tend to collect all of them. The reason, look, me and my wife, we actually like the history of the United Kingdom. And I think Princess Elizabeth, in this case Queen Elizabeth, is an important figure. Again, do I think all of those can eventually go up? I actually believe in that. I think DCGs, for example, apart from the Queen Elizabeth cards, I think DCGs in general are quite undervalued. If those go down, or I'm completely wrong, I still love what I'm buying, and I say this all the time. Put money that you are okay losing. The same logic you apply when you gamble, which you probably should not be gamble to be fair, but when the same logic apply when you gamble, you should apply also on cards. Okay, guys, this was a very heavy video, but I hope you guys enjoyed. Shameless plug again at the end of the video. There is a new Q&A every week on my Patreon channel. If you like this type of videos, there is a likely scenario like my Patreon. We are more than 70 members and we are growing quite fast if you ask me. Exclusive content, one new video a week, in this case a Q&A, and the extra audio on Saturday. Link below the video if you want to join. But let's say paying for the Patreon, which is a little bit over $10, but let's say $10 is a lot of money to you. That's totally fine. $10 can actually be a lot of money. One thing that is totally free and there is no reason to not join is our Discord group. We are more than 400 members. I will leave a link on the description if you want to join. So check both links. They will be below the video, in this case on the description of the video. Conclusion, and the conclusion today is perfect for the video. Collect things you love. And price is what you pay, value is what you get. Very boring type of quotes, but guess what? They are real. So think about that. Have a nice day. Leave a like, subscribe. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.